Hey guys, what's going on? You know what time it is? I know you know what time it is. It's that time.
The opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
What's up and good morning, fuckers? And how are you guys doing out there in the land of the internet? Hopefully your day is doing outstanding. Oh my God, you know where I am? I took a little trip here. I took a car ride just 9 hours south of Los Angeles, and I arrived here. Where is here, you say? Here is the most beautiful, glorious place called Tombstone, Arizona, where dreams and all kinds of things happen. You know, it is the only place in the United States that we celebrate a triple homicide on the regular. I'm going to be saying that quite a few times because that's the levity of knowing where you are. Now, you know, when you travel and you're from Los Angeles, people all get this idea that, you know, LA people are a certain way. And people just want to basically think, you know, again, we're from LA, and that's how I'm setting up my camera here. Sorry, guys. Now, the funny thing is that I've met some amazing people here. Matter of fact, I met a guy here this morning who came over and was like, "Man, you smell good, man." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I realized he had a badge on, and I'm like, "What?" I'm looking at the badge. I realized it's a nameplate for the hotel that we're at. He works here. He's like, "Man, I smelled the weed. Couldn't find it. I decided to take a walk, and I ended up finding you." And I'm like, "Oh, no way, really?" He's like, "I'm gonna bring you a big bag tonight." I'm like, "Well, that's cool, but I won't be here tonight." But the moral of the crazy story is, folks, that I came to Tombstone on a mission. I didn't come to Tombstone to have vacation. I didn't come to Tombstone to hang out. No, I came here a man on a solo mission. The solo mission is, well, we're looking to buy a home. And the idea is that when you buy your dreams and you start your dreams, all you can do literally is strap in and go up from there. A big part of them and actually carrying through with them is having a true teammate. I could not imagine doing this, a solo trip that I'm on. with that being said, I think we should strap in and take a little flight because, we got things to take care of. Strap in, get comfortable. Remember that there's going to be air masks that come down from above you in case of an emergency. Your seat is a flotation device, and all bongs and all smoking receptacles should be put in the overhead or carried on, and all bad attitudes should be definitely left behind. So you got here, you made it safely, and you landed, and ground control sent you here, and you're all in one piece. Boy, oh boy. Thank you, Danielle. I'm very excited as well. If you guys don't know my friend Danielle Cooper, you guys should definitely find her on the internet. She goes live with her friends, and she drives people crazy. Get it? No, I'm joking. She drives around and does a lot of lives, and that's pretty much a dab and queen right there. So here in Tombstone, this town is definitely marijuana friendly. Yesterday, we ended up taking a little trip to a little town that is adjacent along the side of Tombstone. And the little town is called Bisbee, Arizona. It's about 80 something, not even that, it's 50 something miles from the Mexican border. Bisbee is a little San Francisco. It's very cool. The houses are built up on these cliff sides. It's very colorful, very creative. We're with my real estate agent driving. He pulls around a side of a house. And as he says it, I'm looking over going, fuck. Those are some crazy big weed plants right there. Next thing he says is this guy over here has got the biggest weed plants like out in the open. So this place is definitely marijuana friendly. This is definitely the Wild West to this very day. When you look around these mountains around me right now, which I'm going to lift the camera up in a second to show y'all. I know y'all heard of the most famous outlaw of them all. Come on, you know who it is. Come on. You know? Geronimo. Geronimo is an outlaw that definitely was on the run for a little while, Native American outlaw. He had the Fed and he had the United States government definitely at wits fighting over him, and they couldn't find him. So he ran out to these mountains out here called the Durango Mountains. Now they are very fucking impressive. Today I'm going to be live from new casa, the Casa del Cruz, which is very cool. We got a house up on the bluff. We bought the property in front of it. So no one's going to be buying a house in front of us. We're going to be living up on the hill, living the good life about 15 minutes from downtown Tombstone proper, where I'll be probably hanging out and having my smoke freezer. Well, if you just got here and you're wondering what's going on, I am Wayne Cruz, and this is my little time of space that you're sharing with me. Wake up! Wake up with the Wayniac. For most of you, it's probably like noon already. For us, it is 10 o'clock in the morning. We've been up early having breakfast, doing a few things around here, around the resort. We're about to go over, lay out a gazebo plan with my real estate agent, find out where I want to put my hot tub plug, find out about landscaping. I mean, it's rather impressive and scary and dawn inspiring all at the same time, because you're caught up in the moment, trying to make your life right, trying to live your best dream, trying not to turn into a nightmare, and at the same damn time, woof, you're doing it alone. It's very hard. I don't have strapping young men in my home with good backs, so this old guy's figuring ways to do shit. I got a lot of shit. Do you have a lot of shit? I know. Come on. You don't have to tell me if you do or you don't, but you might, and I get it. I can't wait to get home to my garden. My garden is amazing today. I can't wait. It's looking so good. It's starting to flower. So right now I see one viewer. I see one like. I can really use one heart. And hey, if we like and share this and you can help get it out there. Danny, I got a question for you. Getting you up here one of these days to do a little interview. A little last minute stay, but I know I'm going to need the space here. And I love you. Thank you. I'm going to need the space here in about another week or so. I'd love to have you come up and talk about FICO with people. FICO, y'all, not people. FICO, and talk about a little bit of life-changing medicine and what it does for some people and maybe how it's made from an extractor's point of view. Woo-wee. It's a whole lot. But you know what? I'm going to show you why I moved here. Well, there went my Uber. Imagine that shit being your Uber, climbing on a wagon and waiting for a wagon, especially in the times when deodorant didn't exist. So here you are in Arizona, where it's usually at least 90 degrees, and all of a sudden, no deodorant. You're wearing bustled full of clothing. You're wearing your top hat. You're wearing your vest, your jacket. You're wearing your cummerbund as well as your pants, your trousers. You're usually your gun belt, unless you're not a gunfighter. Then you're carrying a briefcase, some kind of bag, while she's wearing her umber dress, her umbrella, her top, her croissant, her cravat. So all of a sudden, both of you are both dressed up in the back of a wagon, getting beat around these rocks, while horse smell everywhere. My God, our ancestors were some fucking crazy people, were they not?
Well, once again, here we are, being family and friends out here in Armador County, or I should say, Plymouth. Come on out, steampunks. That's right, you heard me right. Steampunks. I'm not really sure what it is, but it is. You should come out and see my friends. All my friends. Wild bunches of us. And remember, if you can't get it right and you don't want to do it right, you can join the Black Flag Gang, because there is only one way out of here.
It worked. Well, thank you, Danielle, for helping me out. I got 3 of you guys in here. Thank you so very much, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would be up here talking alone. Now, by the way, I have no problem talking with myself, because I do get the best answers that way. Man, I had a lot of coffee this morning, so please forgive me. Man, this is exciting news for me. And at the same time, when you're moving, 1,000 miles away from everything that you've ever called home, it's definitely a little nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the same time, this is why we do this stuff, guys. You know what I mean? To live your dream, to get out. If you're not out exploring different avenues and trying things, then you're always going to be stuck sitting in the back of the line waiting for your turn. Well, the way I look at it, we have choices to make here. We either do it now or we do it later. Either way, we're doing it. Either way, you're going to have it done. So you tell me now or later. Do we flip a coin or we just go for the choice? Well, here's the deal. We're 15 minutes into this here show, and I do a 5-minute show, guys. And having you here with me means a whole lot. We got people in the room. I'm not going to ruin the moment with another one of those darn videos. But what I will do is say thank you for joining me. And things are only going to get better. You know, we are going to start. You know what? When I am settled in and my life is normal, yeah, I will be taking friends. I will be taking family. I will be bringing people out to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place called Arizona. And I will be showing you guys the time of your life, doing some ghost hunting, doing some gunfighting, a little bit of outlaw change, and maybe even a little bit of outlaw making. So, with that being said, thank you so very much, guys. But you know what? We're going to get this done now, so a little later we don't have to do it. Unfortunately, that's going to be 4 minutes of your life that you can't get back. But I do hope that you stick around, okay, guys?
Tune in daily to NOK Network's diverse podcasting lineup. Ganja News Update, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Tara Simpson and Ron McNabb. Waking Up with the Wayniac, Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific with Wayne Cruz from sunny California. Grow 420, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern with Ron McNabb. Psychedelic Reporters, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Hobbies Puppets and Tara Simpson. Peace, News and Views, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Sir Stevo and Kim Cooper. Thursdays we have Open Your Eye with Kim Cooper and Tara Simpson, 8 p.m. Eastern. Followed by Thursday Night Vibes at 9:15 p.m. Eastern with Master and Mama Rochi. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh airs 7 nights a week with our rotating joint hosts, nightly at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for tuning in to all the podcasting on NOK Network.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. NOSER Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine, and she is spreading that education across the North. Activism, referrals, resources, and more at NOSER. Don't be a jackass. Say no, sir, to propaganda with NOSER. Find them at www.nocer.ca.
Are you frantically pounding away on your keyboard these days? To discuss your views, share your passions, teach a skill, or share a craft to the masses on social media. Podcasting is a bright light that can help you reach a diverse audience, and the NOK Network can help. Even if you have no experience, NOK Network will work with you to develop your content to air on our diverse network to reach a wide audience, allowing us to grow together. Podcasts are aired on multiple platforms simultaneously across social media and streaming sites live through our network. Contact us and let's chat about how we can help you develop your podcast and join the NOK team.
Hey, hi, my name is John Mark, aka Sublimator Warrior, and I would like to welcome you to Smoke Signal in Tyendinaga.
One dab make your whole dome drip sweat. One dab make the homies all dip set.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Ooey, ooey, gooey, that's a sticky dab. Might just have to put this one on Instagram.
Smoke Signals, Tyendinaga.
Hold it in, feel it in your ribs.
Smoke Signals,
Check us out in Tynanega. 55 Highway 49 in Tynanega. It's on the res, and we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week.
Now we get back to the show.
That's Mexico over there, y'all. Mexico's that way. 57 miles. Those mountains over there, obstructed by the trash, don't pay attention to it, is the most famous of them all, the Dragoon Mountains, man. That's where, the Dragoon Mountains is where a lot of fighting went on. A lot of young boys fought there and died there, and they had a lot of wagon trains that happened there that were kind of ugly. People don't talk about that part of history because they don't want to repeat that. So I'm trying to set my camera up here again. Please forgive me or I get it. So, how are you guys doing? A little bit commercial break didn't hurt you, I noticed. It seems that you're all here. Oh my gosh, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, my gosh, Daniel. Yeah. So, back to what I was saying. So, I looked at a few houses yesterday. One of the houses I looked at was a church connected to a house because I was going to make it a cannabis retreat. But the building was a lot. There was a whole lot going on with the church, plus the house that was connected to it didn't really turn me on. And then we looked at another house called Casa dos Adobes, which is the Curly Bill house. Curly Bill was the left-hand or right-hand outlaw man to Ike, the most divulged, evil, bad outlaw of Tombstone back in that time. Now, Ike ran basically Tombstone with an iron fist, and Ike, they called him the Old Man. That was his name, his nickname. Sorry about that, y'all. He was the old man. He was old before his time. Now, Ike, some people say that ended up being the lead reason that Wells Fargo ended up changing their traveling plans, because Ike would rob every stagecoach that came out of this town. Every 6 stagecoaches that left this town, right up here up the road, 4 of them would get robbed, and generally once a time, one person would get grievously hurt. They would either hurt someone or shoot someone to make a point, or when they would sometimes do these things, get these carriages, the wagons would flip, and people would die, and the contents inside. Now, mind you, when Wells Fargo was traveling, Wells Fargo did a thing where they would move money from place to place. These were the cash couriers. So they'd be carrying gold bullion, they'd be carrying silver doubloons. So, they were dealing with a lot of different issues between, think about it here, which is something you and I don't get to talk about very often. Smoke signals do tie into Naga, and that's one thing that you get to talk about. But the one thing is the fact that the Native Americans here, this is their indigenous land right here, and you heard me talk about earlier, the whole capturing and the whole fighting of trying to get into these mountains and the dragoons. As we look back on it, it seems like the United States government's done this a few times. Codename Romeo, that was one of the missions where they went out hunting for a certain man named Osama bin Laden. Well, when they looked for Osama bin Laden during that raid, during Operation Romeo, the very first thing that they did was when they found Osama bin Laden and they shot and killed him, the first words that were uttered over the radio were, we killed and captured Geronimo. I repeat, Geronimo, the most evasive outlaw at the time. That's what they were calling Osama bin Laden. Pretty wild, huh? So the mountains to the backside of me over here, that is south. That right there, let me tell you, that is Mexico. Mexico proper, Nogales, Mexico. So a lot happens in Nogales. I have a feeling I'll be seeing Nogales and seeing Mexico in its very, very, very near future. Today I'll be shooting down there on the streets of Tombstone on Allen Street, the one and most viciously, violent street in all of America, all the way up until an intersection, all the way up until 9/11 happened. Think about that for a moment. Our American flag is blowing so strong right now. I love it. It looks so good out here. If you love the flag, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, right. There's male outlaws and female outlaws at the time. A lot of our outlaws were not outlaws other than the outlaw of necessity, okay? It wasn't the fact that, we were poor. It was the fact that Nogales, Mexico is 85 miles-ish over the border, depending on where you go, 50 to 85. Moral of the story is that the outlaws would go in the middle of the night and they would still, now mind you, in that time, we're talking the 1800s, 1805, 1820, something like that, because we're not really sure because all the documentation's been destroyed. But we know that the cowboys would go into Nogales, Mexico, and they would steal ranch hands, meaning women, and they would steal their cattle. You can see it's holy shit, I just noticed that. Oh, well, sorry. And basically what they'd do is they'd steal a whole bunch of cattle and they'd bring cattle over to the border right here into the nighttime. Now, at that time, you got to remember that cattle at that time was like, that was almost $1,000 a head. They were moving the cattle because not everybody had the money to do that. You would see a town with a short barrel of cattle. So when these guys were coming in, these outlaws, and they're stealing hundreds of cattle at a time, these guys were making it rich. So Tombstone became a jewel. Tombstone became equally as powerful as San Francisco. I know. A lot of people look at it and go, wait. It's a weird little armpit town. Now, let's talk about that for 1 second. When you come to Tombstone, Arizona, you have to be going out of your way. Tombstone is not the place you're like, I was just traveling through. No. It is out of the way of everything. And I think that's the reason that my wife and I wanted to move here, because it feels like it's out of the way and away from everything. I mean, come on, you guys got to know what I'm talking about, right? Or maybe you don't. Well, either way.
Bong it time, it's bong it time. Don't you just know bong it time? It's bong it time, it's bong it time. Everyone loves bong it time.
Well, everybody might not love it, but some people get it. The ones who get it, which are dropping the phone, are going to either join us or not join us. Here I am in a state of freedom, in a state where Arizona loves its cannabis. And you know what? I love my cannabis, and maybe you should too. So I'm going to be smoking this for all my friends who are in studio areas. I say studio areas where they're being viewed and monitored by the police, and they're unable, aka, they're hiding out from the system. Think about it for a moment there. In the 70s, we were so validly open to cannabis that we would talk about it, even though we had to hide it in our closets and our garages. People were smoking cannabis in private. Now, with smoking cannabis in private, where does that lead us to other than sitting alone? You might as well go to the library, right? Well, a lot of people would mix those. For me, when I smoke, I like to read. I like to look up on history. And by the way, I got 8 viewers in here. Thank you very much for watching, but there's only 5 hearts. Come on now. We can make 5 of those hearts turn into 8 hearts really quick. And for my Rumble fans, thank you once again for following and coming in through here. I'm going to have some footage for you guys, too. I'm going to be going out to the SAS shooting range out here for a quick draw shootout as soon as I move out here. That's going to be around October. So I'll be showing you guys videos of some more quick draw. And hopefully by that time, I am employed. And I will be the character of Virgil Earp. That would be Wyatt Earp's older brother, Virgil. And it's also weird, they don't have a helmet law here. So every time I see bikers riding around with no helmets here, it's the weirdest thing ever. Because in California, we are all about the helmet law. Freedom's good, ain't it? Freedom's wonderful. Could we just legalize freedom and make freedom most powerful ever, guys? Can we make freedom the most adorned, addicted thing that all of us want? Freedom. I think more people need and want freedom in their heart, because what's happening is your freedom isn't being taken away. Your guns aren't being taken away. Your freedom is not being taken away. I got to say that again. But what's happening right now is the words are being used and we're weaponizing our thoughts. You realize in the last 20 years, let's think about this for one moment. Let's put this out on the table. For the last 25 years, there's been a word that's been flying around. And this word right here that flies around, people think it's an everyday term, but it's only showed up in the psychological groups recently. And the thing is, when you have a strong ego, people want to call you out on that. Or you have an ego and you're just too much. Or you're eccentric, which, for those of us who are eccentric folk, get over it, deal with it. Now, when you're dealing with narcissists, this is one of those words that flies around very ugly. Because what happens with narcissism is that, we're witnessing it as it happens real time. And we're watching our friends go down these ugly roads. Now, there's what's called a destructive narcissist. And these are people that we have to be careful. These are people like to carry out in the long run. Now, you heard me talk about a name of a guy named Ike, an outlaw. Ike was a destructive narcissist. Ike was already on the run out here. Ike was running for his life. He was running the mafia, basically, cowboy mafia. He was trying to make a difference. The Fed wasn't listening. He had the police in his pocket. He had the town magistrate in his pocket. So all Ike had to do is say, vote for this guy. They voted for him. Or, nah, we don't want that. It would be done. Ike was also the guy that, he would, if nowadays you would be pulled over, and while you're pulled over, well, you know what? It's funny you should say that, Kay. Our freedoms are not being taken away in freedom. It's just a thing called labels. People need to read labels. If we didn't have dumbasses and people that are eating Tide Pods and doing stupid shit and inhaling camera cleaner, then we wouldn't have to put titles out there. We wouldn't have to put labels, and we wouldn't have to worry about losing our freedoms due to this fact called safety. Do the job, fucking people. Train your kids right so your kids aren't those dumbasses, and we don't have to have our things taken away from us. That's for my friends out there in Rumble. You know what I'm talking about. A big part of our freedom comes from your actions and my actions. Freedom is wonderful. We have the opportunity to say what we want, when we want, and how we want it. But the one thing that people forget about is we have repercussions that should come from that. So you are free from getting that too. No, you're not. You get the repercussions. Nowadays, people want to argue on the internet and they get all like, well, the thing is, I don't really care about that. That's why you haven't heard me talking about any, voting or politicians or anything like that, because one of my good friends has something that he thinks about politicians.
All the way here to Tombstone, and they seem they got my here sign. Politicians. What are more than politician, more than overpaid jerks and tight suits? I couldn't fit into a suit, a little hot during the summertime, and especially my spurs look a little funny in them. What? Get out of here! Get out of here!
Now, personally, I love my spurs. When I wear my spurs, there's something about wearing your spurs. It's something way that they jingle, jingle, jingle. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? Use that line. The wind is picking up. What just happened? We were nice and still. Flags over there going crazy. If you guys hear my audio is crazy, please send it up in the text right here in the comments. Wayne, your audio is crazy, so I can fix it if it is. Well, I do think that your idea is pseudo right and pseudo wrong. Because natural selection, do not forgive that you're a part of that as well. So when we say that, that's almost like putting yourself higher up on the food chain, like you're exempt of it. So we have to be careful of that. We need to understand that we're a part of that too. And how many mistakes have you made where you're like, oh God, that was dumb. The thing is that we're not capturing all of our moments all the time like, oh, these other people are. Our freedom is so very powerful. Well, I'm dropping stuff. Our freedom is so very powerful that we still have it, guys. Freedom stands for more than just a few letters in the alphabet. Freedom stands for everything that you're going to do and everything that you're going to be. Freedom is that thing when you get up in the morning. You have the freedom to put on the colors that you want. You have the freedom to enjoy who you want. You have the freedom to get out and be happy. That's what our freedom is all about. Danielle, thank you very much for hanging out with me this morning. Woo-hoo! Thank you. Oh my God, Ted. Thank you so very much. I just needed to hear that. I did. I would agree with you there. Now, I am not a Tide Pod eater. I've never eaten a Tide Pod. I never thought that was something that I wanted to do. At the same time, I agree with you. I mean, if someone wants to, by all means, I'll sit back and laugh and watch, but I don't want you doing something that's going to kill you. I'm not allowing a fellow brother, sister, and another human being to do something that is going to harm themselves, because that's repugnant. And that puts me back in that weird category of not caring. Now, with all this being, the wind is kicking. I love it, man. It's kicking up nice out here. Ooh, man, I might have to take us inside, guys. I might go make some coffee, actually. This wind sucks. One minute you love it, the next you don't. Well, a big part of a natural selection, as you're talking about that, Kay, is that how often have we sat by, watched our children or our friends do something and went, oh man, I'm not saying anything. I just want to see what the outcome is. Raise your hand if you've done that. I know I have. I know I have. And with that being said, there's been plenty of times where I look back and go, man, someone didn't show them right. But who am I to say that? Oh, I have a message for you guys. I totally forgot. Raise your hand if you're being good to yourself, guys. Raise your hand if you love yourself and you're taking care of your fellow brothers and sisters. Put your hands down if you don't, and join in. Come on over and bring money to me. I'm joking. So I got 7 viewers, 5 hearts. Come on, guys. We can make those reactions pop up there. A few more hearts wouldn't hurt you, and the kindness in your heart. I'm joking. Hey, let me give you another view here in the background, kind of show you what we're talking about out here. Out here in the Mother Nature's backyard. So last night I was having a pipe hit and a deer walked up to me and I was like, wow, Mexico, right back there. A little weird to be out at a resort and not be vacationing like most people. We're back, like I said, we're back to business. We got tablets, we got computers going, we're working, we're trying to make stuff happen. We're constantly in conversation with or communication with our real estate agent. So this is a weird. This is a work trip. Now, with that being said, I have been enjoying the fact that we're here taking care of the business because after all, I'm one of those. I like to see things get done. I'm a results guy. What about you? Here's my results. So I have to put a new video up there. I just realized that was a take 2. That was prior to full flower. Now that we're in full flower, she's so much more pretty to look at. Both of them are. We're on some full-on super sativas. Sativas take a little bit longer, as everybody likes to say. But the thing is, when you're outdoors, the cycle is all about that beautiful burning ball of gas up in the sky. That burning ball of gas is this thing that keeps us flowing, right? Without that burning ball of gas, we wouldn't have a lot of the things that we have going on, like the tides of the ocean, and we wouldn't have shadows and all these things. So with that being said, a part of what we're dealing with out here in the universe and the megaverse is the fact that all of us have to learn to get on the same fucking page, kids.
Hey guys, what's up? Want to have a sesh? Let's get comfortable. Make it a little more comfortable.
That's right. You know, every once in a while, you just gotta kind of have a smoke. Are you guys smoking on anything this fine day, or have you taken a break to just watch your phone and your device? Hopefully, you're not taking a break just to watch this guy right here. Yeah, right. I had to move a few things around there. I was trying to go for more of a cartoon thing. Hell if I know. What do I know? Content is only getting better. Since I have been in Facebook jail, guys. I'm coming up on 8 days left in my 99-day stint. 99 days in solitary confinement. The only ability that I've had, thank you, Miss Kim, for giving me the ability to come up here on the NOK and the IWK, guys. So if you can, remember, put it away for 30 minutes a day on the IWK with virtual sessions from a few different great artists, a few different streamers that you're just going to have some fun with. Each one of them has their own different style and what they're doing. And man, why not check that shit out, right? I mean, take a look. Let's talk about it. Let's get real for a moment. I'm sitting in the fucking Arizona desert right now, deciding that I was going to broadcast to you guys, only because, well, you know what? I love talking with you guys. I didn't think anybody was going to show up today, so this is way more people than I was expecting. Hopefully my Rumble folks come through for me. Lately you guys have really been coming through, and we've been kicking ass, guys. And with that platform being said, I'm going to put some content out just for you guys. I think you deserve it. Super Live, if you guys are part of Super Live, yeah, it's full of hookers, but man, it's a lot of fun. Check out Super Live. It's vindicating, you get videos up there, you can be viewed, you can make some change if that's your thing, whatever. But when we do get back, oh, now that sounds good. The diamonds are when I go up to my house. Actually, I'm gonna smoke. I brought some with me. Now that's good though. We're smoking the UKHC CHCA1, and then we're smoking some. Which one is it? The Burnout. But it's like a sherbet glaze. So I'm pouring it over the top of these bowls. Makes the bowl go a long way. Jeez, makes it go a really long way. Well, guys, we are into the show. We're doing this. And, I wasn't going to do news today because I figured I didn't bring my tablet with me. So, we could do all different kinds of news if you'd like. So with that being said, hey, let me find something for you guys so we can carry on with that, because you did come here probably to get your daily vibe of the news in. Hey, by the way, the chair is against the wall and all my friends watching it do understand that safety is third and burn on. People don't even know, and they're not even aware that they're burners. A lot of people don't understand that they're living in their own burning world. Once again, when I say burning world, I'm talking about living your existence the way that you want to live it, knowing that you're doing what you want, when you want, how you want it. That's the isolation of a burner. Okay, that's what we do when we're alone. We do what we want when we want. We join a tribe and we join a group. With that being said, I'm supposed to go to wasteland weekends when I get home. God, this is a trip of wildness here. Today I'm taking care of some real estate business, getting in the car, driving home 9 hours just to drive out to another wasteland event. Man, I don't know. I do want to see friends. I do want to see family. And I do think it would be worth it. But is it worth it spending all that time in the car away from your loved one? But, as you can say, you've been with your loved one all week, you dumbass. You're right. Well, hey, hopefully your loved one is not a fire-breathing dragon? Well, I know. I do miss those days working with the dragon because, man, when I'd go out with Torch, the dragon, we would meet so many people. It would be great. We would meet all kinds of new people every time we would do a show, male, female alike, and they were just blown away by Torch. Torch had this beautiful energy to him. I got more videos. I just need to upload those videos so you guys can actually get a view of what I'm talking about. There's different contrasts between the things that I'm used to. Northern California is very green, lots of water, very supple with waterways everywhere. Then you come here to Arizona where it's arid and it's hot. It is green because there's underwater aquifers that come through here. So the land is very, very, very different between the two. Well, I've been working a gold claim for the last, 2-3 years in Northern California, and I took a break and I had a hand surgery. And when I took the break, I decided that, maybe we wouldn't do it anymore. We decided that we were going to let it go. Well, this is the video footage from my property up north. Check this out. I would definitely like to let you guys know, thank you for hanging out with me today and every day, forth and afterwards. I do enjoy our time that we do get to spend together. What show would not be a show without a sword swallower, right? I'm going to play this video every show that I do.
We're going to do it. I need dead silence. And then when I get it all the way down, I'm going to turn so you can all see it. And you're going to erupt in applause.
This is weird.
Yes? Yes! Yes!
My ex.
Okay, I believe you. Here we go. Dead silence.
Tell me that's not worth the price of admission, right? Who doesn't like a sword swallower? A redheaded sword swallower. My goodness, that sounds like a movie all unto itself, right? Well, guys, you guys have been hanging out with me today on the NOK Broadcasting Network across many different platforms. Thank you for watching with me on Rumble. Thanks for hanging out in Canada. I do appreciate you guys putting up with this little old guy right here. But I'm not little. Realize, I'm 6'3". Does that put me in the little category? What puts you in little? Does little generally mean short in stature, or does little mean you're gonna have to help me here? Oh well, whatever. Well, with that being said, buy some more.
Official 1800s bucking board, big wheel, 4x4 trailer, and you too can have the wildest ride. Check it out, Bluetooth, an official metal wheel, and you can pull along 2 horses, 3 horses, 4 horses. Here's an antique bucking board. This here would be your Ford trucking era. How would you say your 4-wheel drive for all of us farm folks? Take a look.
Wait, there's more, but there's always more. Tell them what's behind our door number 3, Bob. I know. What's behind door number 3? Well, I can only guess.
Can't argue with stupid. You just can't.
Wow, no, you can't. And if you even try to, generally what happens is we get burned out halfway through. Because a lot of us find out that stupid is just this thing that's ingrained in a lot of us. It's not that we're stupid, it's just our actions and sometimes our behavior is a little stepped back. And when I say step back, that means you just got to strap yourself in. Guys, those pedals over there do not work, but you can roll the window down and check the air, make yourself comfortable, because we're about to travel out of here. Guys, thanks. Well, you made it this far. I would like to say that every piece of music that you've seen along these videos and any of these videos that you've seen today was made by me. So yes, I own the rights to this music. It's not for sale, it's not for trade, but if you do like it, that's pretty cool too. Well, for me, Wayniac, to you, the viewers, took you on vacation with me. We came to Tombstone, Arizona. We hung out a little bit. I broke some rules. We hung out together. You hung out. We broke some more rules. We got to see the beautiful mountains in the distance. We even got to take a pool and a hot tub. And then we made it back here alive, all together now. Man, it's been a good voyage. And by the way, your parking's set for you if you need it. You don't have to walk very far. Now I'm walking inside right now because I'm going to back in, maybe make some coffee, kind of get my brain together and figure out what's going on. But I thought I would definitely let you guys know that I appreciate you and I appreciate all your views. I appreciate all the hard work that we're all putting in together, putting up with my videos, listening to me ramble. From the Hotel Grand in Tombstone, Arizona, your friend, my friend, and the universe's friend. Guys, thanks for joining me. And by the way, keep it green.